Hello, today is October 11th. This is Manesh Patel from EII Capital Group. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the futures market where we cover gold, corn, soy, everything out there. Okay, we got a lot to cover, so let's begin. Normal procedures. This is our disclaimer that this is for educational use. All charts are either in TradeStation, Thinkorswim, or freestockcharts.com. Music is Guitaro. Here are our contact details. You can follow us on Twitter, Ichimoku Trading, and so forth. Okay, so let's go to our heat map again. On our heat map, we have a rating system here. What you're looking for is both the daily and weekly to be around 5 to 8, which is basically indicating bullish, and -5 to -8 being bearish. Okay. Now, if you ever have this time frames where two of the time frames are both at 8, it's too late to get in there, and actually there are perfect opportunities for counter trend. Okay, but you got to look for those signals for the counter trend to occur. If you can see from the weekly, there's conflict among the time frames. Soy is still going on very strong. Corn is still going on very strong. Sugar is still going strong. Coffee now has conflict among time frames, as you can see. Oats is going on very strong. So a lot of the commodity futures are still very, very strong, as they always have been. Look at the metals, extremely, extremely strong. The only one that's weak is the platinum. Okay, crude oil. You can see there's conflict among all the time frames. Natural gas, just as it's been for months, is bearish, and so forth. So let's go start looking at the charts, because that's where we find the most information. Okay, so let's go to the weekly time frame and just cycle through all the futures as fast as we can. Okay, so let's go through. And first thing we're going to look at is crude oil. If you look at crude oil, we marked these levels here before. Last week it basically got to this level here, okay, which is right here. And if you look at the level, it's still very, very bullish. Okay, this crude oil is still bullish, but we're hesitating right now. Now, think about one thing. Okay, had a big gap up. Okay, so we're basically sentiment is bullish, but we have yet to start trending. Okay, and we're not going to trend until we break this level here and then possibly go up to here. If we break this level here, there's a very, very high possibility of going up to 90.26. So we really have to break this level of 84.45 in order for us to go. And the reason why we're waiting for that is the Chicago has to come out of this cloud. But we're not expecting this to happen until the next couple of weeks. Reason why is that trend cannot occur until the Chicago comes out. So we got 1, 2, 3 more weeks for this thing to come out. So we got to be patient, wait for the Chicago to come out in order for this thing to start trending. Now, if the price jumps up to above 87.19, that's another way the Chicago could come out and become bullish. Okay. If you look at the daily time frame, you could see that basically got to this resistance level here, poked its head out, just kind of consolidating here, where it equalized with the Tinkinson. Tinkinson now start coming up here. So the question now is going to be what's going to happen in the next couple of days for this particular product. There's high possibility that this thing's going to go down or consolidate for a long time. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see. But you know, time will tell exactly what's going to happen. Remember, we're looking for long-term trends as an Ichimoku analyst. If you look at cotton, still going very, very, very strong on a weekly. And look at the daily. Daily basically broke out a couple of days ago. Look at that, broke through its high, everything there. Notice how it went to the Cajun Stand and then took off. This was a perfect setup to go long. Okay, that was a medium pullback to go long. A major pullback is yet to occur. Okay. That was cotton. Let's go look at the US dollar index. You can see from the daily time frame is bearish, and you could see on the weekly time frame is bearish. However, we're expecting a pullback up. Reason why is Tinkinson has yet to follow the price, and also the Kumo future is still bullish. Okay, so let's move on. We're going for this stuff fast so that we could get through a lot. Feeder cattle. If you look at feeder cattle, it now has in the counter trend mode. Tinkinson has yet to follow price because of a huge gap, so we're expecting a pullback and then a pullback upwards. And then the key thing is what's going to happen. Since the Kumo cloud is still very, very strong here, you know, we got to wait and see what happens. The alert level here is going to be here, and then here at the Cajunson to kind of see exactly what's going to happen to this guy. But this high may be the high for a while. We're not sure. Only time's going to tell. But we'll see. If you look at the daily time frame, this basically was a perfect setup to go short. If you look at it when it broke for the cloud, You could have entered there, or you could have entered on the pullback, which is here, and then go short. Okay. Lean hogs, same thing. Let's just move on. It's more towards feeder cattle. Copper, let's talk about copper. A lot of people have been talking about copper. You could see that it broke for this resistance level here. And then, last week it did. It went up higher, and that's right here. Unfortunately, price has not followed Tinkin, so we're expecting a little pullback, probably come all the way back to this resistance level at 3.6804, and then possibly go higher. Okay, but we're kind of worried because price has not followed. Tinkinson has not followed price. If you look here, this is a perfect setup where it has yet to violate the Tinkinson and even done a major pullback where it goes below the Cajunson. So right now it's getting a little heavy to the top side, so we're expecting a little minor pullback before this thing starts going up more. Heating oil, if you look at it daily, it's still going bullish, very strong, nicely. If you look at the weekly, it's basically telling you you're at your resistance level, and unless it makes another push up and breaks this resistance level very good, this thing is going to stall and possibly reverse. And it looks like it's going to stall and reverse. The reason why is Tinkinson is yet to follow price. Okay, coffee. If you look at coffee, this is still very strong bullish, but now it's in a counter trend mode since it's below the Tinkinson. Okay. If you could see here, it's a perfect setup. This thing right here, if it basically breaks above the Cajunson, it's going to go retest the high. If it breaks below this level, this thing now is going to start going lower. Okay, lower in that it'll probably either get to this level here. Sorry, a possibility, a high possibility getting to that level there, or this level here. Okay, so we gotta wait and see what happens on coffee. Let's go look at lumber. Lumber, if you remember, was bullish for a little while. Now look what happens. You could see, remember, it's been falling the top of the bottom of this cloud. Still doing the same thing here. Okay, so it's actually trying to get back to this level here, which is 250.50, and then the key thing is going to be what's going to happen. But there's high possibility it's going to get to that level there. Okay, natural gas is kind of boring. It's still going lower. The bouncing point is going to be 3.384, roughly around that area. Okay. Orange juice, let's just look at it on a weekly. You could see it was bullish. It broke for the resistance level. Now it came up here. Breaking point right here. This thing has got to hold its level here at 148.92. If it breaks down lower, this thing's going to reverse and consolidate. Or if it breaks here, this is going to be a perfect opportunity for this thing to take off even to the next level. Okay, platinum. If you look at platinum, remember it's weak compared to all the metals. You can see why it is yet to even get close to its resistance level here, unlike the other metals where like gold and so forth have broken it. Okay, sugar, if you look at the weekly time frame, still going very strong. It got to this level here, which we expected it to, and this week today actually poked its head out, and then now it looks like it's just heading underneath there. Okay, so this thing is still very, very strong going forward. So it could go higher. Okay, you could see it from here. It looks like it can go higher, but a major pullback or even a medium pullback is needed on this guy in order for it to keep on going. But it's reached its level, I think, at 26.73. I think it's really going to sit there and start pulling back now. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's go look at mini gold futures. Gold still going on very, very strong. Yet to violate the Tinkinson on both the daily and the weekly. It's strong. I mean, look at the daily. Yet to violate the Tinkinson at all. So if you're still got gold positions, hold on until it breaks that Tinkinson. There's nothing there to sit there and do. Silver, same scenario. Yet to violate the Tinkinson, and if you look at it, it's still going on very, very strong. Okay, that's it for the weekly video. If you have any questions, please let us know. Here are my contact details. Look forward to speaking with everyone tomorrow. Next.